Hello everyone, welcome back. This is going to be our second example of solving rational equation. One thing I just want to quickly remind you, in the first video, you can definitely check that video. We introduce how to solve it. The very important idea is to have same denominator. If we do not have it, we are going to change to the same denominator. So that way I can easily to solve equation. And today, now in the second example, we are still going to use the same way to do that. Let's quickly check this one. So as we mentioned, the very first thing is always change the denominators to be same. That's a very first thing. So we are going to check all the denominator we see. We have x minus 6. We also have 2. Also same x minus 6, so that's only two exactly terms we are going to consider, x minus 6 and 2. So it seems that we don't have really common here, so the LCM here, or we say LCD just because they are denominator, then can be changed to I just need to multiply them together, just like 3 and 5. The least common multiple is going to be multiply them together. So for this case, I need to do something around this. So to make it clear for you to see, I'm going to put a little bit wider space between each terms for you to check. So you may wonder, why do you write out? Because we are going to change the denominator to be the same. Also, we are going to use a different color to demonstrate what I'm doing here to change to the same. So the least common denominator is 2 times x minus 6, so I'm going to change it, multiply by 2, because that's the only thing they are missing, right? So I did something for the bottom, I did something on the top. And for this one, for 2, I'm missing x minus 6. This is something I'm going to make up. Okay, so that's the same thing here. Now I'm going to multiply by 2. I'm going to multiply by 2. So that case, every single thing becomes 2 times x minus 6, 2 times x minus 6, 2 times x minus 6. In that case, I can just easily cancel it because the idea, try to think about that way. So I'm going to give you an example. For example, I have 2, 7, I have this, and equals 2 over x. Let's do that. So since everything has 2, I can just cancel it because you can just simplify, multiply everything by denominator. That way it's canceled. So we don't even need to write this step. We know when I have same denominator, I just don't need to worry this at all. So I'm going to cancel this one. But remember, you can only do this when you have same denominator because that's how you cancel all the items. Okay, now let's write down what I have on the top. Is 2 times x plus 2 is x minus 6 and 2 times 10, which is 20. Now, let's simplify them. Make it clear, it's like a 14, right? Almost make a mistake. So, is parentheses, let's break them down. X squared minus 6x. Remember, I did distributive property equal to 20. Now, let's combine them to make it more simple. I put x squared in the top. That's how we put the higher degree terms in front. 2x minus 6x is going to be minus 4x plus 8 equal to 20. Is that looks like some familiar to you? Some students probably call, hey, hold on. I think I can use AM method here. But before we do that, do not forget, we need to make sure this side is 0. So I'm going to subtract it. So this case, I have x minus and minus 12. Now, let's try, can I use AM method? AM method. So this one, you probably already figured out the idea, is x minus 6, x plus 2. That way I can get -4. So now I'm going to look at the two solutions. X is 6 because 6 minus 6 is 0, or x equals -2. -2 minus 2 is going to be 0. Now, we are going to check, are we going to have two solutions or one of the solution is not working? The one quick way for you to check is denominator. So I want you to go back to check the denominator. One of the denominator is x minus 6. So when x equal to 6, the denominator is going to become 0. So you can think, for example, I give you a random number. 3 divided by 0, what's the answer? If you think about the 0, it's wrong, because if 0 times 0, can I go back to 3? No way. So if you put in a calculator, you will see it's called undefined. So that's why we can never make the denominator as 0. So that means x equal to 6, this solution, I cannot accept it. Even I solve everything correctly, but this solution can lead to denominator as 0. That's why we have to reject this answer. When we say reject this solution, meaning this is extraneous solution. Is this recall something you remember before? This is extraneous solution. So that means our formal answer is the solution is only x equal -2, because it won't lead the denominator as 0. So this is our solution. See, even I solve everything like follow the steps here. I change to the denominator. I cancel this. I solve this like a regular way, and we use AM method. We find answer. But one of solution might be not working. And that happened when you cancel the bottom. Sometimes the possible solution, that undefined solution, is actually embedded in this new equation. So that's why we have to go back to check. And it turns out 6 is not working because it will lead to the denominator as 0, which is not working when we deal with fractions. So only one solution can be kept, which is x equal -2. Okay. This is how we solve this one. As you can see, sometimes we don't have extraneous solution, sometimes we do. In that case, we have to go back to check. Can my solution make the denominator as 0? Yes, it happens. You have to reject this solution. It's not, then it is our solution. If you really want to make sure, you can always put this number into all the terms here. I know sometimes it's annoying to deal with fraction, but that will guarantee that is your solution. But I will remind you again, if you see the number make your denominator as a 0, you don't need to check any other thing because it's going to be undefined. So that's why we have to reject it. Okay, that's how do we solve rational equation. In the future, actually tomorrow, I want to show you one more example to fully understand this type of this thing. And also I want you to totally master this, this tip or this strategy to solve rational equation. Again, the key step is to change the same denominator. In that case, everything is going to be working. Okay, thank you so much for checking these videos and study this topic with me. I hope this is helpful. Soon you will see another example to make you fully understand. Enjoy this one. I hope this is helpful. Thank you so much for watching this. Take care, everyone. Stay warm.